Hey guys, how are you? So Austin here. I'm joined by Brad Sandstorm. So Brad had a few minutes to come on. So welcome. How you doing today, brother?
Dude, I'm excited for this launch. This is a big launch day.
Yeah, we need to. Did you hear what I did the other day? It was 2 days ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, CoinView Cap, and I went over and tried to pull it up on Dex Tools, and like Hobbs and them are like kind of looking at me, and then I'm like, oh well, that was a brain fart. It's not even out yet. Thus, it's not on Dex Tools.
Right. What do you think about him getting that Bitmart listing announced before launch?
I thought that was really really cool. So I do want to get into let's let some more people flow in here, and then we'll get into CoinView Cap because I think CoinView Cap's definitely the big word of the day, right? I mean, it's the launch today.
There's
There's
a
nothing else
second
going on,
launch
is
today
there?
that people don't know about, just so you know.
Huh? What was that?
There's another launch today that people don't know about.
Well, that's what I was saying. Who? What else is launching today?
I'm probably not supposed to say this, but
Oh,
I'm gonna
well,
I'm gonna
say
leak
it.
it. I'm gonna leak it. I don't care. Shiba Adventure will relaunch tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, we can chat about that as well. All right, we got about 40 here. Guys, hit the like button if you would, please, so we can tell the whole YouTube algorithm that we're here, etc. I texted Zach. I don't know if he's going to have time or not. I texted him, and I'm sure we might have some other people from the Twitter group that show up. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen here. Let's talk about kind of, Brad, kind of like the overall state of the union before we get into kind of some general stuff. So market at 2.24 trillion, Bitcoin backed. Ooh, Bitcoin's backed off a little bit. I hadn't even looked at this morning. So we're down from 47.9 to 47.1 and change. So what do you think, kind of, if you're looking at, Brad, kind of the macro view, right? The bigger view. What do you think of the market going on, like with Bitcoin, Ethereum? Where are you seeing us going? Ukraine war, etc. What's your
I
two
don't
cents?
My opinion, I don't
I gotta
think that
close the
we're
door. Go ahead. Hold on.
you're good. My opinion, I don't think that we're in the bull run yet. I think that it's getting like it's like it's priming up to get ready. So the price push that you've already seen with getting close to 48 on Bitcoin, getting a little over 34 on Ethereum, I think you're it's teasing. I don't know if you're going to even see a retracement on this. I think that here in the next couple days, especially by like going like Wednesday is usually like a pullback day, normal for the market,
Yep.
and then Friday you see a big push. So I think this thing's getting ready to blast off. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and I had Liddy on. He's been on a couple of times this week, and I had Hobbs come on. And I mean, I know that they're really good technical and TA guys.
They
So
are.
yeah, and what I loved about them is they don't, and I've said this to them. I was like, they don't put me to sleep when they're talking about TA. It's like they get in, they get out, they give you the information. So I thought that was cool. But I think Liddy was talking about, per his technical analysis, Bitcoin getting into 60,000. He called it really a 2022 play. And then we kind of flipped it and was talking about Ethereum getting to maybe like 4 grand by, I want to say that was like 6 to 7, 8 weeks. You agree with that? What's your 2 cents on that per
I
se?
don't know about I don't know about Bitcoin, but as far as Ethereum, yes, I think just a few weeks away is where we're at with a $4,000 Ethereum. Bitcoin, that one's harder to guess. I
Okay.
mean, you can do TA on it, but there's, in my opinion, those guys are wonderful at TA. They're great,
Yep.
but with there being so much happening all over the world, it's very hard to TA people's emotions.
Well, especially for Bitcoin, like, I look at a lot of this stuff like this. This was a couple of days ago. Bitcoin could reach 53. It had a triangle break. Now, this is outside of kind of the little minor retracement we got going on today, pending bull cross. And then there was one other thing here. Hold on. No, it's not that. Where was it? This. Oh, yeah, yeah. So basically, I don't know if you've seen this. So, like, this is a piece of content that came out a few days ago, is talking about how Bitcoin had an ascending line of support since January 24, validated 4 times. TA indicators are bullish. MACD is increasing positive territory. RSI is above 50, etc. And then right here, this is the kind of the money line. Previous times these signals, all of these signals right here. So the previous times these signals came together was in October of 2021, before a spike of Bitcoin up 41.6%. Now, to your point, about kind of Bitcoin, global macro view, Russia, Ukraine. Obviously, Russia-Ukraine war wasn't going on in, before October, right? So we've got a little bit of that kind of macro overlay, or to use Austin's term, wet blanket, if you will, right? That's kind of on the market. So this is interesting. I think that this is kind of being mitigated. We'll see by the Russia-Ukraine thing, but this is something that's out there too,
Yeah, and that comes back into play where I said, it's hard to guess people's emotions. While you can TA a chart all day long, people watching the war and everything that's going on, it's hard to guess what people are going to do with their money. The biggest thing, one of the things I like to go look at is crypto bubbles.
Yep.
And you can, go to the volume to see what is happening with, is it all still in Tether,
You
or
want to pull that up? You want to get that ready on your screen and then throw it over, and I'll throw it up for you.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right,
here.
you get that ready. I'm going to throw up some comments here. So here we go. So I think I don't know if we were just showing this. You guys think Bitcoin can consolidate like a week at this range, next week maybe 50K all week? I think that's what we were really just talking about. Brahim JC. I think Bitcoin's a little bit harder to say because we're just talking about this. I love, what is this? Rodolfo, elbow cough. You got this. Well, thanks, Rodolfo. That's kind of like a coded message. That's funny. Muhammad, hey, Austin Sandster, thank you for showing some love towards Asuna. We got that XT listing. Oh, congrats on the Muhammad on the XT listings.
Dude, I was so glad that we could help them.
Yeah,
I donated toward them to help them get that listing.
Cool. I didn't know. That's good stuff. So Adam, let me know when you're ready with that, or you throw that over in the stream and I can pull it up. Cardano consolidating at this price. I didn't even look at Cardano. I mean, everything's consolidating right now, guys. Everything's kind of pulling back. You got Bitcoin and Ethereum doing a little bit of a minor retracement here. But again, you got to look at the overall view here. Cardano, I wouldn't call it a pullback. I would say, all right, I see it. I'll pull it up in a minute, Brad. Yeah, Cardano, I mean, look, Cardano has had a massive run up from where it was at, and running up. It's retracement. That's too strong of a word. 3% today. I mean, everything's a little off today. So let me throw this. Oh, here you go. So there you go, Brad. Your bubbles are up. Go.
Well, yeah. When the war started, you seen a giant bubble for Tether, for USDT. That's where everybody had pulled their money out of the market, put it in Tether as a stable coin so that it wouldn't drop anymore. Now that you're seeing the market go green, look at what you're seeing. Tether's not the big bubble anymore. People are pulling their money back out and putting it back into all these other tokens and projects. Zeal, GMT. You got where was Ethereum? I just seen it a while ago. There's Crow right there. Crow's up. It's at 47 cents now. It hit a low of 37 cents during all that.
Hey, go back to Zill. What number one? Zill's not been on my radar, but it's screaming. Who are they? What do they do? Because it's like been massive, up 100+% or some crazy number.
Yeah.
What are they?
I don't even know. I'd have to look into them.
You're like me. Whoa, what are they?
I don't know. Then you got Hex up here. Hex is up to 15. It dropped down all the way to the 10-cent level. It's up again. So I mean, here's BNB at the 435 level. I mean, this right here was overshadowed by a giant USDT bubble when all that crap kicked off, and now you see the money's everywhere else. It's not in USDT.
Yeah. To your point, it's moving out of stable, moving back into the coins and tokens.
There you go. And then you're seeing the whole market pump, which now you're seeing, like you were showing, the overall market volume is up and the market cap for the entire market is up. And that's because they're pulling it back out of USDT, putting it back into all these tokens and these coins.
Yeah. I don't even know what GMT is. Again, we all know that there's 18,000 plus cryptos. GMT is not even on my radar. I don't even know what that one is.
Well, this is volume. Let me go to market cap. So market cap changes it a little bit. Not a whole lot.
Not a lot. GMT.
That's for the week. Let me go to the day. So day.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, wow. GMT is even bigger.
And VET and Zill. Zill's been running for 3 or 4 days.
Right.
Or more. Yeah.
And if I go to the month, That pulls some other ones up there. So now you got Rune up, Waves is up on the month.
Oh, hell, I mean, while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up GMT because I don't even know what they are. GMT. It's okay. So GMT is number 96 ranking over on CoinGecko. I don't know what it is on CMC. I don't use those anymore, but GMT's up 80% today. I mean, excuse me, just in the last 24 hours, and it's $2.12 is what it is. Let me hold on. I'll just before I pull Steppen. What the hell is that? Oh, we got to hold on. I'm gonna take over real quick. So this is GMT. Okay, so if you go here, that the bubbles, I need to start looking at that more, Brad. I'm glad you brought that up. I haven't looked at the bubbles in a while. I used to look at them all the time, the crypto bubbles. But basically, here it is. Here's GMT. So again, on and this guys is per what here. This I'm gonna go back real quickly. So Brad had this up. So this is the crypto bubbles that you see, right? And GMT on every single indicator you had, right, Brad? It was volume, market cap.
Yeah, this is market cap. This is performance. It's still there.
Yeah.
And then if I go to
even on
24-hour volume, it's still there.
What was it on? Didn't you go to monthly? It was still there.
It's even bigger. It got bigger on the month.
Yeah, and this has even been on any of our radar. So yeah, so that's the bubble. So now we'll dive here. So this is GMT. It's 96 ranked on CoinGecko, up 80%. 24-hour range against that to that. And let's look at that like a 30-day chart. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this chart, Brad. Look at this. Just consolidated and then just.
Oh yeah, they showed the chart on Crypto Bubbles too. Look.
Yeah. Oh here you go. Here, I'm giving it back to you. There we go.
You see it run up. It was down here around the 6-7 cent level, and now it's up to $1.92.
It is right now trading at $2.12. Yeah, 212. So I just pulled it back over on mine. Market cap 1.25. Diluted is 12.5. 24-hour trading volume 5 billion. And now here's the website. I've already pulled up the website. So Steppen, STEPN.com. What is this? Join today and make your steps count. It's a Web3 lifestyle app with social-fi, GameFi elements. Oh, now I get it. Players can make handsome earnings by, look at this. It's a earn to get off your ass.
That's awesome though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we need to coin a new phrase.
And look at how fast that's moving, man. People are using that.
Dude, so we got to come up with a phrase that so you got play to earn, and what do you got? You got earn to, I don't even know. What is it? Like, like not play to earn, but we were trying to say like, get off your ass to earn, off ass to earn, something like that. This is cool.
I guess it would be what, work out and earn or something.
Yeah. Don't be lazy and earn. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever. They got a big significant roadmap here. This is interesting. So yeah, they've come out of left field, but I mean, the bubbles is definitely I wasn't even aware of these guys. So there you go. For those of you guys who are on the stream, there you go. Check it out. Check out GMT crushing it. And this is what they are. They're Steppen. They are a crypto-based Web3 lifestyle app. But basically what they're saying is, hey, you can basically get paid by walking, jogging, or running outdoors. And then cool that they've got the ticker there, the numbers of people, running and stuff. So I have not heard about this. Hold on just a minute. Where was it? Hold on just a minute. There was have you seen the Axie Infinity hack? $620 million lost? No, I didn't know that was
yeah, that was, I had a Bunnyverse AMA last night with their, they sponsor my channel, and they were comparing their game and stuff to Axie, and unfortunately, literally the day before, there was that giant $600+ million hack. So I told him, I was like, I don't know how comfortable I am with you guys comparing your game to them because they just got hacked, but let's try not to throw shade at Axie, because Axie has been pretty innovative in the space.
Absolutely. Here we go. Zilliqa. So Zill, per your bubbles, is a layer 1 blockchain who are now doing metaverse. Well, there you go.
Wow.
I'm on record as liking blockchain plays like, Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, obviously Ethereum. So I'm gonna probably have to throw some money at Zill just because of that right there. That's pretty cool. Okay. Got a super chat here. What is this? So this is from William. What do you think about elephant money? I have never heard of elephant money. Brad?
I don't know. I don't know that one. I'm gonna look it up now though.
All right. If you find it, let me know. And then William will come right back to you on that. Brad's looking up elephant money. So this is per Foxy, one of my admins. She helps me a lot. Their metaverse is coming out Sunday. Foxy, I'm assuming you're talking about Steppen or Zill. I don't know which one you're talking about. Foxy, drop in. Which metaverse are you talking about?
I like Foxy. She comes on my stream. I need to make you a mod on mine too, Foxy.
Yeah, she definitely helps out. She's good.
All right, I got you pulled up right here if you want to show it. That's the elephant money.
All right. So what do we got? Elephant money.
It's weird. All right. Easiest way to buy Trunk Stampede that's got high appeal. It looks like a DAO maybe.
See, that's the thing though, Brad. Like when you land on a website, it should say, "We do this." It's like, you don't make me dig for what the hell it is.
Yeah, it's a very, very basic website. You notice that's it. That's up and that's down. So it's not very big, but 205% APR. That's insane. That's really high.
So these 5 finance sustainable yield farming. I mean,
it looks like it. It looks like it's like kind of like a DAO, right?
William, I would say I don't have enough information to kind of make a go or no go what this really is. Obviously they've got groups and things like that. Yeah.
Let me pull up their Twitter. Maybe there's more information. Here we go.
10,000 followers. Okay. Earn 6 APY on our industry leading Trunk Stablecoin Platform, leverage elephant 20. So it's obviously wow. I mean,
I'll follow them. Why not?
Yeah, give them a follow. 672% APY. Stablecoin play.
That's wild,
dude. That's craziness.
Did we just stumble across a gym?
Gym. It's a gym. It's 1,000x. I am starting to turn my attention to more of kind of the yield farming stuff and staking and things like that. I mean, why not we're always kind of hunting, right? I kind of think of us as hunters. Hey man, King's here. What's up? Welcome, King. I always think of us as hunters, but also doing more farming. Hey, so King, we had a super chat here from William. What do you think about elephant money? You heard of this? And it's up on the screen. Brad found it. Go to the top of that Twitter page right there. Look at this. Read that. Highlight that sentence. Earn 672 APY. Industry leading Trunk Stablecoin Platform, leverage elephant to win. Blah 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 blah.
It's a lot.
Here's the thing. Here's what I think about these staking platforms. Sometimes is like long term. When you start seeing some of these, like, I'll be honest with you, numbers that are just ridiculous. It's not sustainable long term.
Right.
It looks great and it looks amazing, but how long is it going to sustain that? Not very long.
Yeah.
And they'll learn that, and they'll realize that. And it's going to go from 672 APY down to where it should be, like 10, 12. Like when you get like on like platforms where like I stake my, my Solanas and my USDT and all that stuff, like, 12%, stuff like that, 10% is very good.
I think
compared to
I think the only one that I've ever seen that was able to keep their really high percentage was Hex.
Yeah.
But they have over 400,000 holders, so that's why they can do that.
So I had somebody was talking yesterday, I forget, and I don't know if this is a possibility and how you would do it. So somebody was saying they would like to see a project. I think there might be, I can't remember if there is, like they would like to see a team, right, that raises a large liquidity pool, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And they would like to see them take that liquidity and purchase gold with it. So like the project's actually backed by gold.
Backed by gold. That's
Ooh.
new. That's new. Hey, hold on. I got to pause for an ad. Guys, we got 280 people here, and I've only got 70 likes. Come on, we got to get to 150 likes. Tell the algorithm. We got King here. I mean, Brad's here. I could just shut up and let them talk. And
I gotta tweet it.
Yeah, it would be a better show if I just we need to get on as like Scott Herman or somebody, and then we could just shut up and let Scott just talk the whole time.
I got a meeting with him in 35 minutes.
Yeah, he probably has not checked the influencer group to know that we've got this going on.
He can give us the bicep workout for the day.
Exactly.
I love that guy.
But King, I want to go back to something you were talking about. Think about something you just kind of like, so I'm basically talking about like staking, right? Compared to say, bank deposits, which we all know people walking into a bank and depositing their money. It's the number of deposits are going of people actually saving money at banks or leaving money in deposit accounts is going down because of the horrible returns. But think about what you just said. You're like, yeah, a decent one, because I feel the same way. A decent one is like, 10, 12%, like crypto.com. Yeah. And then we're like, but think about like, you can make 12% on a stable coin and that's a game changer in and of itself compared to say a traditional, obviously CD or things like that. And we just kind of flippantly just talk about 10 or 12% returns, from staking. You know what I'm saying? How that is such a different dynamic than traditional, banking financial. If you get my point, what's your opinion on that?
Like 100%. Like, I'll be honest with you, banks don't pay you nothing.
Yep.
As soon as you deposit your money, the money's no longer yours, first of all. And then the bank, whatever money you do put into that bank, they're allowed to loan up to 10 times that amount.
Yep.
And the real winners and all of that is the bank, because the bank is using all the people that put money in their bank to make great money. And I understand this is a business that's been going on for over 100 years, banking in America. But people got to don't get me wrong. As of right now, DeFi is not to that place, to where let's be honest with you, like people aren't paying their mortgage in Bitcoin or most people. Maybe somebody's figured it out. Maybe there is a company out there that does accept it. But in reality, people still need to have fiat. Obviously, I've been going to coin shows and stuff like that since I was a kid. So collecting gold and silver has always been something that I've been around. It's huge. It's something that I definitely still believe in. And now I've kind of transitioned my passion. Instead of going to coin shows, I'm just here in the DeFi space, Right. But yeah, it's great. It's a great marketing ploy to put 672%. But then most people like us who have some type of knowledge just know that it's not sustainable long term.
No, it's not.
No. But I think what and where I'm getting at, it's almost one of those deals where, I guess, King, because I know you're hardcore into DeFi. And so what do you think if you're looking out 5 years from now? Okay. Yep. And I'm talking about staking, and I'm talking about, because my personal opinion is the traditional banking industry, and we'll zoom in and have a discussion. The traditional banking industry globally, I think, is scared to hell, obviously, of crypto, stable coins, all those kind of things. And by the way, but wrapped around that percentage yield that we can get by not giving our money to the banks. Mm-hmm. And so what is your opinion of what staking looks like in 5 years? Have those percentage yields gone down, say 12%, which is what it is today? Are we still in that area? Or, and I'm wrapping all this around like, and when Hobbs is joining us, I'm wrapping all this around regulation, et cetera. So I'm going to let you go. King, what do you think on that?
I think my thoughts, obviously in 10 years, there's going to be some type of regulation. I still think personally myself, my own opinion, we're still a few years. I think we got a good 2 years at least, maybe 3, before we see any type of real regulation, because we know how government moves. They have a million other things on their plate. But when it comes to the staking, I would only say if I look at this, if you can get, say certain platforms are at 15% or 12% or even if it gets a little bit higher. The way I look at it, the more people that come into this space, I would say that as we get bigger, obviously the percentage has to come down. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's ever going to get down to what banks pay you, which is barely anything, because let's be honest, that's not what this space is about, and it would destroy staking platforms.
Right.
Hey, Austin, I got to run real quick.
Right.
I'll be live in about an hour, though. You guys have a good one.
So before Brad goes, CoinView Cap, Brad, launching today at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
That's right. 1 p.m.
And you're
Eastern
covering that launch and you're going to start at like 12:30 Eastern on your time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live about 12:30. Everybody should have their tokens already that got in on the pre-launch. The contract address is on their website, not the one with the rankings, but their other website where you go to their Twitter and you can find it. I also put it in the link description, and it's gonna be huge, man. Huge day.
Cool. Well, I'll definitely tune in. Drop the link. If I'm around, I'll jump on with you. Drop the link.
I'll drop the link in the chat, and then I think Keith and Cliff Fettner is going to join.
Okay. If I got time, I'll be able to. I'll get on. I got a crazy day, but if I do, if not, have a good one, man. See you.
All right. Y'all be good.
Okay. Bye.
All right, brother.
So, King, so back to that. I mean, so I guess really my question, that's good. Thanks, man. But so you don't ever envision a deal where staking has just been really dragged down into that, no man's land of 2% or whatever? You think that we'll always have a decent yield, if you will, in the staking world? Not really mentioning yield farming.
I don't see it happening in our lifetime. Now, obviously, we won't know where the space will be in 50 to 100 years. But I mean, it only naturally would be that the percentage would go down as the bigger the space gets, because obviously the more people on the platform, the more people staking, the more money they have to pay out. So, I mean, I could be right. I could be wrong. You never know. I guess we won't know until I'm thinking in a few years when we hit, some people will say in a year. So I say we got a couple years at least before we see like that $10 trillion market cap for crypto. But only time will tell.
But, Hobbs, I'll kind of ask you a similar question. So just before I do, though, it's interesting. Like I'm I call myself the old man of crypto, right? I'm 52, got the gray hair to go with and all that kind of stuff. But, all my buddies are, where I live, Dallas, there's a reasonable amount of success. You got guys that own companies and all this kind of stuff. And everybody knows I'm in crypto doing YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But ironically, like I've mentioned in passing a couple of times, like just crypto.com, right? Just like you can go stake a stable coin and make, whatever it is, 10 points or 12 points. You can Solana, Ethereum. And they're like, literally, it's a conversation stopper. Like these are guys who actually kind of know their shit, but they don't really know a lot about crypto. And they're like, wait a minute, hold on. You're saying I could basically put up, 50,000. The numbers are relevant, 50,000, 100,000, and I can make 10% on that money. It's in a stable coin, so there's no risk. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, how come more people don't know about this? I'm like, because if you're not in crypto, really, you don't know about this scenario, and you've kind of got this really big kind of DMZ demilitarized, DMZ zone between like what you and us and in the space know and what kind of the regular people out there don't know. I mean, those yields are insane, and the vast majority of people don't even know that they're out there.
Yeah.
So,
I guess for me, like, first of all, you're not the old guy in crypto, okay?
I gave myself that. I gave that to myself, right?
Crypto makes you young, man. Like you got more subscribers than most of the people that talk about crypto that I know. So just hang that up. Yeah. All right. Second
Maybe
off,
that's why they like me, because I'm the old guy. I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. But secondly, what I'll say is like you have to compare it to history, right? Like you have to look back and think about like where we are in history. So when we talk about crypto, like it's the new kid on the block, right?
Yeah.
Well, when was the last time we had quote unquote the new kid on the block? It was the internet. You know what I mean? Like, and still to this day, the stock market to most people is still considered the new kid on the block, right? Yeah. But what people don't know is what they don't know, right? The majority of people do not invest into the stock market. They know about it. They inadvertently invest in it via 401ks, via IRAs, but most people don't actively trade in the stock market. But does that mean that the stock market is just going to go away and not give you those gains back? Absolutely not. It's going to continue kicking, and eventually it will become the norm. Now, stock market and crypto are a little bit different, because when people hear staking, when people hear these large percentage gains and all of this other crap, they're just like, that is a scam. But what they don't realize is we're the new up and coming thing. eventually the government will have to adopt what we have to offer. Yes, with King's point, percentage rates will eventually come down, absolutely, but they can't come down too much because there's just going to be too much money flowing into this space. The popularity of crypto is going to be the same thing as the popularity of the internet, the popularity of the stock market. There are more people talking about finances in Twitter. That, like, Twitter is huge. Social media is huge. The more people start hearing about financial Twitter or financial information in general, the more popular it's going to become. The more people are going to start looking for different ways and different avenues to make higher percentage gains on their money. And they're going to realize that, you mean 0.08% that I'm getting from my bank in a savings account is not the best I can do? Hell no. I haven't used a bank in over a year. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, and most people in crypto, I'm the baby, right? I'm the baby in crypto. But most people in crypto will tell you, I'm sure King will tell you, he probably hasn't used a bank for real in years. Why? Because it just doesn't make financial sense anymore. Right. So the more we spread this message as influencers, as, you know, Twitter, you know, big names in Twitter, the more we get this message to people, the more it's going to start to sink into the younger generation. And the younger generation is going to be the generation that makes it the norm. That's the generation that's going to make, my son being 11, my daughter being 9, and my son being my youngest son being 1. That's the generation that's going to take us into the 8, 10, $20 trillion market that I think crypto is bound to be in.
My son's 13. I tell this story all the time. I set him up with a MetaMask wallet about 2 weeks ago, funded it with some Ethereum. Actually, he swapped me, right? He had about, I don't know, $500 cash. I'm like, all right, you give me that and I'll move some Ethereum in for you. And he wants to get into NFTs. So he's bought and sold some NFTs and things like that. But 2 days ago, he came up to me and he said, Dad, is there a reason I would want to buy and hold Ethereum? I'm like, oh yes, son. Put my arm around it, and, you know,
have a seat
down and, you know, had that dialogue. But ironically, he didn't come to wanting to talk about crypto. He knows I have the channel, obviously, and all this, but he came to it via NFTs. So he came, and that's what's pulling to your point, Hobbs, right? It's that younger generation. I mean, he's 13, and oh, by the way, now all his buddies want their own wallets, and I got dads coming going, what the hell is this meta wallet crap that you know that my kid wants, and what is it, and how do I set it up? But it is that they are starting younger and younger and younger, and which is really cool as hell, you know, and understanding it.
And then you, like you said, to your point, is the metaverse is kind of going to be that glue to bring it all together, right? Because the kids, believe it or not, even us as children, right? Maybe not you, no, I'm just kidding. But even us as kids, like, we've been playing a metaverse game in our head the minute they brought out an Atari. The minute they brought out a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, an Xbox, they just slowly started getting more and more advanced, right? So now the kids that are playing this Minecraft and they're playing, what's the other one? The Fortnite, right?
Fortnite, yeah.
They've been using digital money. They called it, PlayStation bucks or whatever they call it. Yeah. That's just another form of cryptocurrency, right? They've been using this digital money. So the younger children are actually going to have a better understanding of NFTs, of crypto, than even me, because my son doesn't invest in crypto. But if I talk to him about crypto, he understands it completely because he's played Fortnite. Yeah. Fortnite and Minecraft is the perfect explanation of how NFTs and crypto work. You know?
Well, and on a final note, my son is now the little influencer in his group, and now he's talking again to that final point of I've literally, y'all love this, King, you'll love this too. I've literally heard him talking to his 4 or 5 buddies about the value, and you can't make this up, the value of owning Ethereum. And it just brought a tear to my eye. And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud, you know? It's like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, go ahead.
All right. So Hobbs, so we're gonna put you on the spot a little bit. If you want to maybe jump on, you got any cool TA for us? Any technical analysis on any of the Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything you've already kind of done? If you want to take a minute, kind of look at what you got, I can come back to you on that. Okay.
Yeah. I think. Let me see if TradingView saved what I did the other day.
I'm gonna jump back over real quickly while you're looking at that. I'm gonna go. I'm going to go real quickly and kind of look at what's going on in the current market. Also, I'm going to look at real quickly. I had some super chats come in. So any of you guys familiar with King, Hobbs, y'all familiar with Liquid Loans Pulse Chain? Have y'all ever heard of that?
No.
There's so much stuff out there, man.
I know.
I'm so like, I'll be honest with you. Like I was talking about this the other night, as I've been so busy with my consulting work and then all the other stuff that I haven't even had a chance to like do any research, anything new or buy anything. And like even the other night, like I just randomly bought something. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been so long since I bought something. I'm like,
I was there.
So like, what'd you buy?
Take something that
something you shouldn't have.
It might still be trending. It was the Sinjaru or Sinjarai or something.
I don't even know what the hell that is. I'm not slamming the project, but I mean, there's so many of them now, you know.
It's like their NFT community. It's their like second project. They had a lot of success with the first one. I just did some like quick research into it. I just threw a little bit into it, like not a lot, you know, like. But I plan on this weekend. I plan on doing deep diving into a few things I'm interested in, so I can, you know, possibly make a move. That's part of the reason why I have a meeting with. Gosh, why did this? We were just talking about him. Scott. Yeah, me and Scott are having a meeting.
That guy over there.
That guy. the big buff guy.
Big buff guy. Yeah. All right, hold on. So let me quick. We see that. I think this is it. Liquid loans, true DeFi liquidity on Pulse Chain. 0%. Okay. Oh, okay. 0% interest-free borrowing is coming. Algorithmic stablecoin. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So here's their website. All right.
So it's one of those loaning crypto things.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't take out loans. I don't loan against crypto. So I deal with all cash. So that's kind of how I'm at. But I mean, what's y'all's opinion, King?
I don't take any loans anymore. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. There's times I shouldn't say that. Because even if you do have liquid and capital, like there's still times where you do need to take loans out, because let's be honest, everybody does. I do want to take a second and say what's up to Crypto Vern. I see him in the house. Definitely another good person in the DeFi space.
What up, Vern?
What's up, Vern? All right.
I don't take.
So what do y'all think about this though? Okay. So outside of a personal opinion, we don't take loans, do take loans. What do you think do you think it's a good, and that's launching soon, you can see. Do you think it's a good token, or rather, I don't know, space, if you will, from a utility use case? What do you think there?
I definitely think there's a space where people get stuck in, you know, financial situations, tough situations where they might want to purchase something, but not necessarily have the funding that day or in time for like a launch or something maybe. So like it definitely has a space in DeFi.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, so there you go, Chris. I mean, launching, but I mean, as far as a valid play from owning, I mean, I don't know their tokenomics and all that kind of stuff, but I mean, there's always going to be a space where somebody somewhere is going to want to borrow money, and if it's you know, go ahead, Kay.
But here's my question: is since you know DeFi is not regulated, like you can't call your local law enforcement like, oh, this guy rug pulled me, like, it's just not happening on a regular basis. You know, what are like when it comes to borrowing people crypto, like I don't know. Like
I think you've said it. It's not regulated. You've said it, right? That's where you'd be a little bit like, just be a little bit, you know.
Because somebody could come and show you proof of something, and you're going to be willing to borrow them a lot more, and then they just decide that they found maybe a loophole where they don't have to pay you back. You know, like it just kind of scares me a little bit. I'd have to do some research into and what there is, you know, to protect a business like that in this space.
Yep. Oh, here's somebody. What is this? So I called myself the old guy. Somebody now saying Silver Fox. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to get merch. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get some merch that says the Silver Fox of crypto. There you go. Because I got this, you know, this crap going on. All right. All right. So let me see here. Hold on. I had a couple.
Saitama Dog said it right. Borrow to what? Put more people in debt?
Yeah. Asuna second edition NFTs are coming. There you go, Muhammad. Thanks for that. So Asuna, we gave some love to them the other day on the stream. So Chris, Pulse Chain, PulseX. What do y'all think? Anybody, King or Hobbs, y'all got any opinion on Pulse Chain, PulseX?
Familiar with? That's the hex stuff, right? So I mean, if they can deliver that exchange, I think their whole thing is getting basically creating something where you don't have to do the gas fees and stuff like that, like Ethereum, and basically creating their own chain. I mean, I think it's the first person to that race, right? Like, I think they're not the only person that's trying to do that. So the first person that wins that race, whether it be Ethereum getting rid of the gas fees or some other chain making it normal to trade on our platform, you can trade every single thing and you don't have to trade those gas fees. Whoever wins that race, man, they're gonna kill it.
I agree.
If it's X, if it's post chain, I mean, it's a good investment.
Like, here's my thing and my thinking when it comes to the space, when it comes to, like, I mean, there's those projects, if I was to research them, they probably are real, like, businesses and have real, business mindset, people running them like professionals. I hear some feedback.
Yeah, you're echoing. I don't know.
Is that me?
It might be. I don't know.
Here, I'll mute. Go ahead.
No, but like it's a big thing in the space right now, obviously, since, SHIB did what it did, is that everybody's, the majority of this space is got this mindset of finding the next, in essence, SHIB or Doge or Saitama, like what those did, where you got in really early and people, made a lot of money financially. And like I tell people a lot, even on my platform, is like those type of situations just don't come around a lot, and they're very unlikely in this space. Not saying they won't, but they're very unlikely, and part of it is luck. That you just got into that right project at the right time. And then the other thing is, like I tell people, there's a lot of good businesses that are in this space that don't get maybe the awareness or don't get, how would I say, in essence, like, the support they need, because to me, people are trying to chase that next 1000X, which I understand. I understand it about it, but I think eventually, people understand that you're going to lose more than you win half the time on those type of investments. And people will start to probably move towards more like the business mindset individuals in the space that are trying to create that real world utility to create real change in the space and have, options for mass adoption and just being able to have real world utility, like true real world utility, because we're still really far apart when it comes to real world utility in DeFi. Good morning, Jake.
Yeah, I would agree. Is Gagan here? You said Jake?
Yeah, he's in here. He said, "Good morning, fellas."
Jake, go into the Twitter influencer thing if you're in there and get the StreamYard link. Okay, I'm gonna give a shout out to Hobbs real quickly, and to King. If you guys are not following these guys, please do so. This is Hobbs. YouTube. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is YouTube.
There it is, Austin. There it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
like, I don't know.
Austin video.
Yeah, a senior moment there. Excuse me. All right, you got to make the yourself. All right, so yeah, and Hobbs. I mean, again, man, I love what you do. You do such a good blend of info and but blending it with TA, you do a great job of that. So. We need to get you to 1,000 subs, man. So guys, jump over here to Hobbs' channel. It's called The Crypto Shop. So that's Hobbs. And then got to give a shout out to King. There you are. Legal Alien was here yesterday. That was fun hanging with him. I hope he comes back and does some more. That was cool. But this is King's channel. So King, how long you been doing the YouTube thing? I know you definitely have a broader background, but how long, and you got a lot of other things you're doing, but how long you been on YouTube?
I would say I started when Jake and Moonshot convinced me to actually do it, because I had been on their channels a few times as special guests. I want to say like 6 months ago.
Cool. Yeah.
I just started getting back into it though, because I got so busy with the other stuff I do in the space but I need to get back to my platform of this, because this is my true passion right here. Like I love the business side of things too, but I need another space where I can talk and vent and educate.
Educate and vent. All right, Hobbs, I see you threw up that screen, so hold on just a minute. I've got another little super chat I got to get to before we move on.
Take your time.
Here it is. Okay, so here we go. Wow, Malarkey Machine, thanks for the super chat. Wow, I can go have lunch today. Thank you, appreciate that. I can go out and give myself some lunch. Have you guys seen the Smartass token? It's focused on education, but I honestly think people will buy it simply because the ticker is ass. I have not, and we're gonna have to go look at this one just because of the token. Have y'all heard of this one?
No. Smartass token. I've heard of GOAT token though. Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. All right, ass. So it's literally ass. All right, let's see. Not to be confused with a porno token, right? All right.
Right.
So here it is, smart ass right here. So it is, yeah, there we go. So let's see what we got here. Hold on while it loads. Oh, it just launched, man. Wow. Okay. It literally like, so 3 days ago. So we launched 3 days ago. Seriously, we only have 25 holders. Market cap 476,000. Liquidity is 36. But do I have the right one? Is this it? It's got to be it. It's 25 holders. Not doing a whole hell of a lot. What's y'all opinion here?
Stay away from it.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. There's not a lot here.
My opinion is the name.
Yeah.
The
and look, you can't even, there's no website. I can't go see the website. Where's the hell is the website? Like, okay.
My
I can't
opinion
take
is
it
in the
serious.
name. No, not a name like that.
Be very, very careful, right? What's that from? That's the Bugs Bunny. Be very, yeah, there you go. All right.
Exactly.
That's it. That's what I got, Malarkey. Be very, very careful. All right. I'm gonna throw it over to Hobbs. You're up, man. That's you, man. Go.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I was stretching, guys. So this is
stretching. I caught you in mid-stretch.
Yeah, I know. This is the BTC chart, and obviously everybody knows we're trying to kind of trading at the 47,000 level, right? But what people want to know, what people want to try to figure out is where are we going, right? So we've had this conversation extensively with King, and we talk all the time about Bitcoin because it's important. It kind of drives the market. Now, what you guys need to understand is the 47,000 level is important. But what's even more important, and I'm sure I'm not the first person you've heard this from, is the 50,000 level, right? Why is the 50,000 level so important, right? If you zoom in here, and this is just taking it back, but you can go look back at any point, right? I'm going to zoom in about right here. This is the 50,000 level of Bitcoin, right? Let me go right about here. So you see how this big candle dropped all the way down here, and where it stopped is about the 50,000 level, where it started to consolidate, right? This is called consolidation, meaning it's trading sideways. The 50,000 level marks that we're above the 200, and the same way it came down is usually the same way it will go back up. So if we hit this 50,000 level, you can expect a demand level to kind of kick in and for us to do something similar to this.
And that's the 200-day moving.
This is the 200-day exponential moving average.
Gotcha.
So currently, when we hit the 50,000 level over here, we were above it. But as you can see, because we got so low, now we're already above the 200-day moving average. So the question is, will we continue to pump? Well, look no further. Before I go into my next chart, what you need to look for currently, right? If this thing retreats from this 47,000, 48,000 level, you're looking for it to hold support at about the 45,000 level, because this is a strong support level at 45,000. That's why I have this gold bar right here. Now, this second gold bar is a weak support level. Now, if we get below 45,000, we want to stay in this channel between 42 and 45. If we break below 42, I'm looking for us to stay in this channel and hopefully don't go below 38. Because if we go below 38, it's a long fall back down to like 30, 33, 34, somewhere around there. So now, one thing I want you to take in consideration is where we are as far as the overall market. This is the SPY, the S&P 500, right? The ticker for the SPY.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I think Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of those other, tokens are consolidating right now is because the SPY has been on, this is the day chart on the SPY. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight days of green. We are supposed to be consolidating, right?
Yeah.
Because if the SPY has been on this green run, so has BTC, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 or 11 days of green. So I don't think people should really worry unless we get one of two things that happen. One, we get some catastrophic bad news that nobody sees coming, and then we just go ahead and start crashing back down. Two, macroeconomically speaking, if the 25 basis point hike that we've been promised suddenly turns into this extreme fight against inflation, and the Fed decides to bump up that 25 up to 50. If that happens, you can absolutely expect some type of correction out of the SPY. And I have the SPY's floor at 419. I don't see us going back there. But on this current run, we're at 460, and the ceiling, basically as high as we've ever been, is 480. We're 20 points off the high. So if we get some potential bad news, hopefully we get that bad news as we're pumping toward the high, so the correction won't be as bad. If that happens, then we're good. But if we get that correction around this point, we may be headed back toward those lower levels on BTC.
So
and the same thing goes for Ethereum. But
go back to your comment about the Fed. You're talking about the next potential
hike.
Okay.
Yes. Not the current one, the next one.
And so we know that there's at least 5 to 6 more coming for a total. I think they're going to raise potentially this year. I think the latest I'd heard was like 2% overall, 2% overall aggregate raise this year, right? Give or take.
Correct.
Whatever that number. So your point is that, and so we expect that next interest rate hike from the Fed would be 25 basis points. You're saying that if that in fact is a 50 basis points or something like that, that's kind of what you're alluding to as a bad news scenario, right?
Well, yes. And the reason why I'm alluding to that is because 2 or 3 days ago, maybe last week sometime, I go over the news every single day in my crypto shop. We go over the macroeconomic news, and it was reported that, I mean, it wasn't reported, he said it, you know what I mean? Like Jerome Powell basically said, I'm not afraid to use, more extreme measures against inflation, including, but not limited to, including increasing the rate hikes to 50 points. Okay. Now, does that mean if we increase them by 50 points, does that mean we'll have less than 6? I don't know. But the fear, uncertainty, and doubt is what will drive the market down, because we don't know what to price in. So the market's just gonna freak out.
Yeah. I got that meeting in 3 minutes, but I want to thank you, Austin, once again for allowing me on the platform. Always, it's an honor being in your presence. Somebody that I definitely admire and look up to in the space.
Appreciate
Hobbs, always appreciate you.
Yes, sir, brother.
Let me know if you're gonna go live today or anything, and if it works out, I'll definitely jump in there with you. I might do one.
I'll give you a call as well, because I know we
just call me
from last night. All right.
Yeah, I got a few meetings.
Yes, Keen, let's talk in the next day or so, or worst case by next week. There's a few things I want to chat with you about, so we'll chat. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good day.
See you.
All right, brother.
So to your point, got kind of back to that. I mean, so reiterate what you were saying. 50. Actually, you know what? I want to come back to something. It's that. Sorry, brain fart.
Go ahead.
Did Jerome say, Mr. Powell say when that next interest rate hike is coming? Ballpark. I can't remember.
So usually they do rate hikes every 3 months or something like that. Or
we just did one.
And we just did one. So I know previously back in 2018, they did them on like a quarterly basis. So they would have enough information to analyze the markets and see how the market react to that 25 basis point hike. We've been calling for this one. So this is first quarter. The second quarter. Anyway,
the problem though was in January he came out and said we're going to do something, and then not a word was said, and then we had the rest of January up until to March that created all that uncertainty. Right, that's the issue.
Well, what he actually said was we're going to decide and we'll announce it at the Fed meeting. Once they put out the Fed meeting in March, the market reacted positively because we weren't getting any signs that he was going to change his mind. And I specifically said on my show, I said, when he announces these rate hikes in March, this is going to create a bull run. I don't know if it's going to be a bull market, but as long as he says 25 basis points, we're going to go up. And we've been on an 11-day run ever since. So
the problem, agreed, right? But the issue is if he comes out with additional statements, like let's say 2 days from now, there's a statement that comes out that is ambiguous in any way related to what they're going to do or not do at the next meeting, as we're raising it 25, 50, blah, 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 blah. that right there is what that creates that all that uncertainty. That's just the issue.
Exactly.
You know?
It's the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that people talk about in the crypto meme space.
Yeah.
The Fed is real FUD. You know what I mean? Like all that other stuff. The Fed is real FUD because not only do they say statements, sometimes they don't stick by those statements, and they drag those statements out forever. So the market has to react because people have to protect their investments. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let me switch back over here real quickly.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this. So let's do this. I want to go back and so Shiba Inu real quickly. I want to see. We've had some people ask. Hold on. So I'm sure you know, Hobbs, that Shiba Inu is set to maybe to announce some major. You heard this? Some news today.
Yeah.
I want to see real quickly. Let me go back here real quick. Let's see if they've announced anything. So let me refresh. So we haven't. I don't think we've got anything. So this was yesterday. No, actually 2 days ago. Excuse me. So there's nothing new here. You know what this is, right? You've seen this right here. The
little world sign or map or whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
So what do you think this is? And I'm going to give you the three options. It's either A, metaverse, and maybe showing us like visually what metaverse is. B, it's the launch of Shibarium, which could be because if you think about it, how Shibarium is going to be more powerful. How to catch a ride, lower gas fees on Shibarium, etc. That's number two, option 2, or option 3. Do they sign a deal, or is there a deal with Lyft or Uber? So out of those 3 scenarios, what is your guesstimate of what the?
So let's clarify what the emoji is.
Okay.
Can we clarify what the emoji
right here,
is?
the little map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a map,
right?
It's a map.
So I specifically I think it's going to be something. I don't think it's going to be any of those. I think it's going to be something that nobody even saw coming. And why do I say that? I say it because the one thing that's missing in Shiba Inu is some type of global adoption, right?
Okay.
So if we can get Shiba Inu to start being like globally adopted, like why would they put the map
standpoint? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, from a currency standpoint.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying that it'll be like the game changer of all game changers, but I think it's going to be much bigger than something we've already seen before. Like not seen, but something we've already been talking about. We've already been talking about Shibarium. We've already been talking about metaverse. The Uber and Lyft thing is interesting because I don't think we've heard that. But why put the map there, right? Like I'm kind of like a deeper thinker, right? So when I think of the map, I think of something that's global, right? Like something that's going to be a game changer. Obviously, this is all speculation. Nobody knows exactly what it's going to be, but my focus on that particular tweet was the map, the emoji. They chose that emoji for a reason.
I agree, but okay, I'll put you on the spot, not in a bad way. If you think it's a global currency play, let's just say that's what it is. What is a global currency play? That's what I'm trying to get my brain around.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
The last 3 months, 4 months, Ethereum and Bitcoin have been starting to be accepted as global currency around the world, right? In different smaller countries, Bitcoin has been adopted as the actual currency of those countries, right?
Okay, I get you that.
What happens if Shiba Inu follows that same?
You're saying potentially a adoption by a small-ish country as far. Okay, now I'm with you. Okay, that's interesting.
You understanding what I'm saying? Because why put the global map up there if you're not saying we're about to put Shiba Inu on a different map? You know what I'm saying? Like if they're following in the big boys' footsteps, right? If you look at the big boys are getting adopted and used as actual currency in different countries, right? So why not have the largest meme coin, the absolute daddy other than Dogecoin in regards to usage case is Shiba Inu. So if some country has decided to adopt Shiba Inu as the Sheep army as currency, I don't know. That would equal something that deserves a map emoji.
I give you credit. I didn't see the damn map. I just completely blew past that. So it's so that's a fourth option. Yeah. So you're on record of bringing it out. So if it happens, everybody's going to be pointing at you going, man, Hobbs called it right. Because I've talked to Zach about this. I've talked to a couple other people, and that one was not even being mentioned. So if that in fact is what happens, that's a biggie. And we had
if that happens, they're gonna think I work for Sheep.
That's everybody's gonna be like, man, Hobbs is like one of the devs or something. So, the other thing around Shiba Inu, we had, what was it, about 6 weeks ago? I don't even 2 months ago. We were expecting the quote announcement that would break the internet, right? Notice air quotes, right? And we never really got that. I don't think the John Richmond announcement was the announcement that's going to break the internet. And so maybe this is it. I don't know. We'll see. So
yeah, I mean, the problem is, not the problem. The chart is definitely in agreement with us, right? The chart is basically flat. It's in the extreme consolidation period. Why? Because it's waiting on that news catalyst from Shiba. It's waiting to wake up. It needs a spark.
You're a TA guy, much more. I bow and give you credit where credit is due. I mean, it's obviously the spark. I think I will key in on that. It's just all it's doing now is just following, Bitcoin, Ethereum, overall larger market movement. There's no catalyst in and of itself, right? And so the key is whether or not this news is enough to move it. I mean, outside of whale activity and things like that, we will see. So go ahead. No,
I was just gonna say that's the thing about Shiba Inu. It's not following BTC and Ethereum, right? It's not pumping in a way that BTC and Ethereum is moving. Like you figure if we get all of this movement, I mean, Ethereum's jumped 10% in the last last 10 days, 11 days.
11% last 7 days.
11%. And I mean,
Shiba's 15.7. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for a movement, a noticeable movement on SHIB, you're not looking for 15%. Right. You know what I'm saying? In comparison, like a 10% move on Ethereum is not the same as a 10% move on SHIB, right? You would expect something as cheap as SHIB to have a massive movement of 50, 60, 70% movement if Ethereum is moving 10 or 12% relatively. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not doing that. If you can I show my screen one time?
Yeah, no, this is good. I want to hear this. So go ahead.
So this is the day chart on Shiba Inu, right? So if you look at this day chart, what I've done is down to the wire, down to the minute, I've set a resistance and I've set a floor. This is basically the floor of all of this consolidation period. And what you do when you do that, when you set a ceiling in the floor, you create a trading zone, right? Look how long Shiba Inu, since we got into this zone, look how long, this is January 5th, 2022. We've been in this same trading zone since January 5th. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten a catalyst to push us out of it. Yeah, we had a little bump right here from February 4th to, I think this was like a news catalyst or something. February 4th to February 7th, we got this little spike, but then we went right back into that zone, which tells me Shiba Inu needs that spike that's going to push it out of this zone and then start its rip up. We haven't gotten that, and that's what Shiba Inu is missing. And that's what I say from a chart standpoint. The chart is talking to me saying, if you look at any chart, go look at the WAGMI chart, right? WAGMI, if you guys aren't familiar, it's another play to earn game. And WAGMI, for a while, before it got news of a 2-week catalyst coming in, the game's actually about to be released, it was doing this exact same thing. It pumped, it came down into a zone, it consolidated, and it's waiting for that news catalyst. That's what Shiba Inu needs to officially break out of this consolidation zone, because they're just in a zone right now. So
totally agree. And what the question is whether or not the news of today is enough to move it. Right. That's the 64 million.
And I promised my crypto shop last night. I opened up the shop late last night, and people told me, if Shiba Inu comes out with breaking news, are you going to cover it? I said, yeah, I'm gonna cover it with the chart. So I'm gonna make a video on it today. So if you guys aren't subscribed, go subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna make a video basically explaining what I just did on Shiba Inu, and then later I'm gonna make an update video to see how the charts react to it. So
very cool. All right, so I'm going to give a 10-minute call. We've crossed the hour mark. I've got other stuff to do. I'm sure Hobbs does as well. I always love it, Hobbs, when you jump on and jump on with me because I know you're 2 hours behind me in California there, brother. When are you moving to Kansas? When are you moving?
This summer. So the kids have to finish, for whatever reason, Washington schools start late and they end late. So we have to stay until June. And then June or July, we're going to go ahead and move out to Kansas, stay with my brother for a little bit just to kind of pick out a house. And then, cool. We'll be moved to Kansas. So this summer, man, like, if this YouTube thing goes too crazy, like we'll probably just go straight into a house. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. Kansas City or Kansas?
No. Kansas. Wichita area. He lives in, I forget which part he lives in. He lives in Derby.
Who does?
My brother.
Oh, your brother. I got you.
But we're looking to move to Wichita, but yeah.
All right, cool. I'm just seeing if there's any comments we need to jump up here. Anything we need to be, I think we're good. So, there's one that was funny. Somebody said, oh, here we go. This, I got it. You got to do this, man. I went ahead and grabbed a bag of Will Smith Inu. Momentum is there.
Man, I saw that when it came out. Me and my buddy, Crypto Family. I know if you guys have never heard of him, he's a pretty good YouTuber as well. We were on live and we were like, man, I wonder if there's a Will Smith coin. No, he was on live and I was watching him, and sure as shit, we went up and looked it up. There's a Will Smith smack coin or something like that, like smack Will Smith coin or something.
Of course,
I'm serious. There's a ton of them, and people were buying the hell out of it. Like, I'm like, see, this is the things that we, I guess that's a fun side of investing. Yeah, I just don't find it fun when I'm losing money. So I don't know. Maybe they were able to sell it. I don't know if it was a honeypot, but yeah. And then the big news, did you guys cover the Matt Wallace coin?
No, I knew kind of about it a little bit, but no, what happened?
I just saw it on Twitter this morning or last night. Matt Wallace is a big YouTuber, and the other guy that he's with is a big YouTuber, and they're always just like super pumpy. Like every time I had to delete the other guy because he was just, Shiba's going to the moon. This is it. This is happening. And then Matt Wallace is always, this is the catalyst for Dogecoin. We're going to the moon. Every single video. I'm like, that's got to get old. But anyway, they apparently got together and created a coin, and within a day, I don't even think it was a day. I think within like 10 minutes, I saw the chart. It went up, straight down, plummeted. So they got a Watcher Guru article out right now on them. So
yeah, I've had people like say, Austin, why don't you start a token or a coin? I'm like, no way in hell I'm doing that, man. No. I mean, number one, I'm not going to do it. But secondly, yeah, it's just, no, I'm good. Will Smith Inu. That's funny. Thanks for that, Crypto Wire.
Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah, that's cracking me up. So, all right, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day. But Hobbs, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for sharing some good technical analysis.
Absolutely, brother. Anytime.
Yeah. So we're basically waiting on the Shiba Inu kind of big major announcement. So wrap up Bitcoin. What's your kind of like your 1 minute, your 1 minute wrap up sentence, or if you will, about Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Listen. If Bitcoin hits 50,000, look for the entire market to get very, very juicy.
So right now, Bitcoin is 47.93. We've given back a little bit. Let me go in here real quick.
Exactly. Yeah. Now we're consolidating. We had a nice bull flag, and now we're consolidating. So if we hold above 50,000, that's the mark we want to see, and then you'll see everything else kind of climb up with it.
Your other support line though was 45, right?
Yeah. 45 on the bearish side. If we break 45, look for the market to kind of turn around.
And 40, 45, 42. But if we cross into the high 30s, you're like, it's getting a little.
Yeah, if we talk close into the high 30s, there's probably a negative catalyst. Okay. I don't foresee us going into the high 30s unless we get some type of catalyst. Like something negative has to happen for us to come back down. Yeah. Right now we're on a high. So
the things that actually I was going to wrap up, but I just thought of a question. If you're looking at like, to me right here now, outside of the Fed, Jerome Powell, whatever. I mean, we've talked about that. Put that over here. To me, the only really big thing that scares the hell out of me is the Russia-Ukraine war, and more inside of that. Russia starts to do something really, really horrific, like chemical or God forbid, please don't let it happen, a small, controlled nuclear strike. That to me are the major big bad things that are out there. Do you agree, disagree? Do you have but plus this? What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, we put away the Fed. So if we're off that conversation, the only thing that I see is, Ukraine and Russia. And it looks like they may be coming to some type of talking point or something. I don't freaking know, man. It's too much to follow. But at the same time, yeah, the negative catalyst that I'm talking about, though, is the one we don't see coming, right? Like COVID. We didn't see COVID coming. We were on a ridiculous bull run. Like we were in a real bull market, and then COVID was just like, whoosh, and then so I'm talking about that surprise catalyst, though. We're not going to be able to call it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, you're right. All right, well, we're going to wrap up. Hobbs, thanks for spending some time with me, man. So, by the way, everybody who hung out, we had like 400 plus people here live with us. Cool. By the way, I got to give a shout out to my guy here. Let me real quickly wrap up. Where's my still trying to figure out how to use StreamYard. Yay. Okay, hold on. Your channel. I got it right. Okay, so this is Hobbs' channel. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we got did we get any bounce on your subscriber? We were at 833. We bounced you 848, man. We picked you up.
Oh, damn. Hey, much love, everybody. I really appreciate it, man. Check out some of the content. And by the way, I respond to every comment because I'm a small channel. Like I pay attention to
God love you.
So besides my microphone that I know everybody wants me to get a new one. I'm working on it, guys. Besides my microphone, if you guys have any suggestions or you see anything or you want to see more of something, please feel free to drop it in the comment section because I read every comment. Anybody that knows me knows that they'll tell you I read every single one. So,
man, I wish I could. There's no way.
I know. No promises that's going to continue. I'm just saying for now.
It won't. You can try. I used to read and respond to every comment. I can't. That was.
He said it won't. It won't.
Not really. It's not reality. All right. So we got to get Hobbs up to 1,000 plus. So yeah, there you go. And it's just if you looking for it, it's Crypto Shop. So go do that. Give him a subscribe. Watch his stuff. It's got good stuff. So Hobbs, thanks for spending some time with me, man. And everybody else, we'll see you later. See you. Bye.
Awesome. Peace.